Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Wednesday Show with your hosts, Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full sound amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting in the Wolf Storyhouse Studios in Camford, Ontario, you'll hear the best of old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
And boom, here I am. You're getting audio there. It looks like you are. Looks like you're getting audio. Excellent. Audio is good. How is everybody doing out there tonight in Whiskey Wednesday land? It is Ken Tizzard here. We are still on hiatus. I think that's what it's called, hiatus. Just getting framed up here. There we go. Now I feel good and in frame. Yeah, we're a couple weeks in, which has been fantastic. Tonight we're going back to Newfoundland with Evelyn Jess, Sean Panting, Jingxia, and as well, they're all from the Music NL community, which is an awesome spot, and that's really great. And then Danny Graves does a walk-in as well, and he does a song, so it's a really good show. And it's a on-location show shot at the Gower Street United Church in St. John's, Newfoundland, so I'm really happy with that one. What else is happening? The volume might be a little low on this mic right now. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on there. I thought I had adjusted that, and then that's just too late now anyways. Everything is good. The Whiskey Wednesday Show is coming back on Wednesday, September 17th. We're going to be talking about, it'll be right after Crowfest, which is on September 6th. Crowfest, for those of you who know what Crowfest is, it's a little local show that happens once a year here. We're playing a couple other local bands as well. I think Neil has kind of talked about it on the show, but I don't want to say too much about it just in case. But if you're interested in coming out for a night, hit me up. I'll give you the info on it. That's when is that? September 6th, Crowstock. And then on the 17th, we are back, and we'll have a bunch of stuff to talk about. Get right into things. It's going to be a hell of a good show, and a hell of a good time, and we're really excited to get back. The break was needed. Got 3 songs, a little EP recorded for you during this time. 3 songs that I think you'll really enjoy, and that are all very close to me. And me and the band have had a really good time doing it. I forgot how laborious recording is. And it was good that we took the time off, because it really sort of demands your full attention for a while. And I kind of had to take the studio apart to make it really happen. So there's all that. Outside of all that, everything else is just going great. Over the next 2 weeks, we've got some more reruns. We've decided we are going to do we've had comedian Rick Mercer on the show twice. So over the next 2 weeks, we are going to be doing these 2 shows, the Rick Mercer shows. We did on both of his books. We had him on the show for a chat, and we're going to come back to Rick for the next couple of weeks. Oh, look at the hair color difference in the 2 books. Oh, Rick, we're all getting so much older. God, but we look great. We look great for our age. Anyways, back to me. Yeah, everything's cool. August fanzine is not happening because we are on hiatus. And Allison thought, well, if we're taking a hiatus, why am I going to write a magazine? She's missed writing the magazine. She's complained a little bit about not having too much time, but just about how much the magazine and the Whisking Weddy, yes, okay, the Whiskey Wednesday show has sort of become a part of her life too. It's a lot of her daily activities, and it's these things that we're interested in that keep us busy, and this is a big part for Allison. What's happening with my phone? It looks like something has happened here. Let's come back to the phone. No? My phone has frozen, it looks like. Well, you can all hear me anyways. There I am. I'm back. Oh, I think that was the message thing. I got to remember that now. When somebody messages me, it turns my phone off. Allison, I'm good. No more messages, please. That's what happens. The phone freezes when the message comes. Okay, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. The technical prowess of the Whiskey Wednesday show amazes all of us. People travel around the world to see how we actually pull this thing off. Yes, the last thing I won't talk about because it was Allison's. That message just said, save that thing till we come back. So that's all good. This week on the show, I mentioned we go back to Newfoundland. It's a really special show for me. It was a really great trip back home. I got to see everybody. Even Aunt Betty was in the crowd. Aunt Betty, if you're watching tonight, you'll remember this because you were there. It's Aunt Betty's birthday this past week, everybody. So please post happy birthday to Aunt Betty. And I have to turn on the message board as soon as I'm done here. I'm just looking for my iPad. Like I say, the studio's been taken apart. I'll find the iPad and turn the message board on in a second so you can all be together. But anyways, it is August 27th. It is the Whiskey Wednesday show, ladies and gentlemen. We are on hiatus for a little while. We do have some new music coming your way. I have the new single coming out tomorrow on the 28th, the new single, Other Side of Wrong. That comes out on, it's part of the record. It's weird. I don't even know how the business works anymore. The record's been out for a while. The song's been there, but the single is officially released tomorrow. It's going to, be a service to media, as it would be. And it's there for you to listen to if you haven't already. So, Other Side of Wrong from the new album, The Dag Sessions with Ken Tizzard, Music for Goats. I'm going to let you all get into the Newfoundland show right now, and then I am going to go and dig into season 6, episode 3 of Game of Thrones, which I just started recently because I'm on hiatus. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm missing Barry. I'm missing the guys. I'm still sort of seeing everybody, but I'm missing the show activity, so I'm looking forward to get back to it, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's the summer. Everybody's got shit to do. I appreciate that. For those of you who are here, thanks for tuning in and being part of the creation. And for those of you listening at another point in time, thank you for tuning in and listening to the Whiskey Wednesday show, or watching it, or whatever the hell you're doing. Anyways, Ken Tizzard, I'm going to sign off now, and I'm going to press this button here that says... where is the button that says... what's tonight's show again? Oh, right here. Yeah. Okay, folks, I'm going to monitor this for a second just to get the audio levels correct, and then I'm going to turn on the message board and enjoy the evening. Cheers.
Never be alone on a Wednesday night again. 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday show, every week. Cheers.
Oh, thank you all. Thank you all very much. Just before we got started, Rhonda said, do you need some time to talk to everybody and tell everybody what to do and all that? And I said, no, I don't think so. And you guys know exactly what to do. That's just great. I can't believe this is happening. My name is Ken Tizzard. I'm overwhelmed to be home, and I'm incredibly tired from traveling all day as well. But I got a bunch of my family here, and I've been seeing familiar faces all day, and I'm just over the moon. And I have my best friend in the world, Neil Lucy, here with me as well.
Good evening.
Neil plays in the Goats with my other best friends, and we couldn't bring the whole gang down. I'm actually here for a show tomorrow night at Iceberg Alley with the Watchmen, which is just great. We used to come back in the 90s and play the Thompson Student Center when that was going on. And then of course, George Street a bunch. And this is our first time at Iceberg, so we're really excited for that. And they got us that cool new Jag Hotel, which is really swanky down there. Got rock stars on every wall. I got Jimi Hendrix above my bed. It's kind of cool. But it's just great to be here. And the guest...
He's above my bed, too.
Is he? Oh, that's right. Yes, of course. Well, that makes sense.
Okay.
And so the guest tonight is actually Music NL. And I was first thinking, I'd interview Rhonda and some people who work at Music NL, and then I thought, well, Music NL is an amazing arts organization, and maybe we should dedicate some time talking about that. And the best way for me to talk about that is to talk to artists that have used the programs available at Music NL to help further their careers and develop their careers. So I said, why don't you choose 3 people I said, I could easily choose 3 people that I'd love to have on stage with me back home. I said, I got so many friends, I could do 30 people. I said, but I want you guys to choose who you think would be really, really sort of key and important right now. And they came back with 3 artists, Sean Panting, who's an old friend of mine, and he would have been on my list. Me and Sean have done many shows together. Evelyn Jess, who I just met today, but I've been listening to her music for a little bit, very, very cool Newfoundlander. And Jing Chia, who I also just met today, but I've been doing a little bit of research on her as well, and another amazing musician. So to bring the Whiskey Wednesday show back here and play with some really cool new Newfoundland artists it's amazing. Thank you all very much for being a part of this. The church. We are in a church. I have to remember that. My throat gets a little parched. I start feeling a little hot. I'm like, oh, I might be just bursting into flames here.
I'm safe. I was raised a Baptist.
Yes. And he thinks that makes him safe from anything. Hey, Georgie. So we're going to start off with a song that I wrote about St. John's one time when I came home. My buddy Clark picked me up at the airport. For those of you who watch the show, you know this story because I mention it every time. But the long and short of it is Clark drove me downtown as we do, and when we left Signal Hill, we came down and we hit the harbor, and that new chain link fence was up, that massive original one, like the 9-foot high, just chain link fence. It was really gross. So I was really mad, and I sort of wrote an angry song about it, and then I didn't like that song, so I rewrote it. And, you know, I grew up in a time in Newfoundland where the kids roamed free. We roamed in packs like wolves, carrying skateboards and leather jackets, and it was an amazing time to be alive as a teenager.
The wolves in Ontario do not carry skateboards. I can tell you that.
No?
No.
In the Baptist,
The coyotes
in the
do,
Baptist
but not the
churches,
wolves, no.
you didn't have some Baptist skaters?
Probably, but you know they were semi-excommunicated. So.
Anyways, I wrote this song. It's a song called Home, and it goes like this. The city harbor lies behind the chain link fence. You can see it from a distance. You can even feel the wind. But you can't walk out on that dock and stand beside the sea-torn freighters. Sense those stories of the lives that live within. You can't have it the way it was, have to take it as it is. Those times have changed, those days are gone. Those days are past but not forgot. You can't stop the winds of change, forever in your mind, self-same. Oh, don't be sad. We were blessed for what we had. Those days are gone. Memories cast in stone, and I know I'm not alone, and it chills me to the bone in this place called home. You can't lose what you don't own. The deepest ties you'll ever know, right here at home. Down Water Street, the storefronts changed a few blocks north. Who'd ever blame to fight against this hurt and change and waiting game? How many words can twist and burn like spark to hay? Now further down, no further down, this certain old time road will stray. Have to take it as it is. Those times have changed, those days are gone. Those days are past but not forgot. You can't stop the winds of change, forever in your mind, self-same. Oh, don't be sad. We were blessed for what we had. Those days are gone, the memories cast in stone, and I know I'm not alone, and it chills me to the bone in this place called home. You can't lose what you don't own. The deepest ties you'll ever know hurt so bad to let you go. And I thought that I just came to say hello to this place called home. The city harbor lies behind the chain link fence. You can see it from a distance. You can even feel the wind. Oh, thank you, Neil.
My pleasure.
Oh, yeah, I'm proud of that song because it's about Newfoundland, which is and always will be my home. I live in Campbellford. I've actually been in Campbellford longer than I lived in Newfoundland at this point. I've been in Campbellford 22 years, and I left Newfoundland when I was 19. But all the firsts happened here. You know, first steps, right through the first heartbreak and all that stuff. Just monitoring the little live feed. We have a message board that everybody watches the show on as well. So I'm just looking to see who's there. Hey group, nice to see you all. Rod, Richard, Deb, Jeannie, Tony. This is the regular gang that sort of hangs out on Wednesdays. We're going to bring up our first guest, Evelyn Jess. Where are you there, Ev? You want to mute this guitar there? Thank you. Thank you there, Brad and Doug, doing such fantastic work. I really hope I got their name right. You know what I just realized as I watched you coming up to the stage, and I thought, what a lovely dress, because I saw that dress earlier today, and I thought, what a lovely dress. And it is a lovely dress. Thank you. But it got me thinking, what am I thinking? I got up at 4 this morning, and Neil picked me up at 5, and we were at the airport at 7, on the plane at 8. And then I remember sleeping for a while, and then I ate a Crispy Crunch bar. And then we got off the plane.
No, it's a coffee crisp.
It was coffee crisp, thank you. And
That's
we
your
went,
facts right
I know, we went to the airport, and we went to the hotel. We went for a walk, went back to the hotel. We came here, then we went, had some grub down the road. I'm just realizing I don't even know what I'm wearing right now. I can't remember preparing for the show with any sort of mirror at all. I'm just thinking, my hat's green, so it's not my cowboy hat, so I don't even know what I have on. So I'm sorry, but you look so lovely, and I'm probably still in my airplane clothes.
A thorn between two roses, I think.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. So, Ev, what do people call you? Sorry.
So my name's Evelyn Jess.
Yeah.
My friends call me Jess because I was born Jessica Evelyn Bemister after my grandmother. And so unfortunately she passed away when I was 7. So as I grew older and, I always felt her presence with me. And as taking on a stage name, I just sat down one day and I kind of just switched the names around and out came Evelyn Jess. And I thought that would be a really nice, shining reminder of her love for me and her presence that's always with me.
Good Lord, I wasn't expecting that type of answer. That's awesome.
Just jumping in right deep there, eh?
Got the whole family history.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So some people call me Evelyn, some people call me Jess. Rhonda likes to call me Evelyn Jess, both names together.
Right.
And so you just don't call me late for supper, that's all.
Okay, well, never. It's lovely to hear the accent. Now, you must be from around the Bay, right? You're not a townie.
Yes, I'm from Raggett Harbour. It's a little place. It's a little snippet of Musgrave Harbour.
Okay.
If you know where Musgrave Harbour
yeah.
is, out around the Kittiwake coast. And so Musgrave Harbour, of course, is when they collectively came together and put together the town. There were all these little communities out around that joined the municipality of Musgrave Harbour. But I like to keep my little sliver of Raggett Harbour pride, and I like to say I'm from Raggett Harbour. I'm Raggett Harbour rough, is what I like to say. That's a song title, definitely.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And how long you been in town now? What's the scene like here?
Scenes here is pretty great. So me and my partner moved here. I think it was when I finished college. It was 2010. So we moved in here that year, and we've been kind of just flying by the seat of our pants basically ever since. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a long flight.
Yeah. But yeah, no. My partner is an artist as well, as a visual artist, and we met in college. I was taking music, and she was taking visual arts, and we've always had this dream of living our professional careers together. And we worked on the mainland for 3 years, going back and forth, 6 months up, 6 months back. We were in Nova Scotia working on the farms and harvesting all the wonderful vegetables and fruits.
What kind of vegetables?
We did strawberries, yeah, and blueberries, and it was a hard old racket, boy, I'm telling you now.
Blueberries are hard on the fingers, aren't they?
Yeah,
the bushes.
The apples.
The
apples was brutal, boy.
I never picked that many apples to be able to say it was brutal.
Me and the missus only lasted 2 weeks, by, and we was like, nope. It was like 2 weeks. That's it. That's all we can handle. We're out of here. And so after 3 years of that, we found steady work here, and we've been making a living here ever since. And she has went on and got her own little tattoo business out in CBS, and so I'm doing music full time. She's doing art full time, and we're living the dream, as you say.
Yeah. It's the interpretation of living the dream is I think the key to actually living the dream, and it sounds like you're already there, which is fantastic. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's been a long journey getting here, but we're quite grateful. I'm very grateful every day for my family and my support system. I'd be nothing without them.
That's great. And along the way, musically, I do want to sort of tie everybody into music NL a little bit. I talk to musicians sometimes, musicians starting out their careers, and they're asking, what can we do to, how can I go to this conference, and how do I do this? And the key is your local organization. Any sort of conference that's happening, the big sort of Toronto conferences and even the big ones in the U.S., they all kind of funnel out of these arts organizations. And, memberships are cheap, $20 a year for some of them. I don't know what it is here now. I should have got my facts straight on that. $20 a year, that's not actually a fact, so don't try and become a member. But I don't know what the numbers are. We can get those. But how did Music NL working with you sort of, what was your experience with it?
So when I first moved back to the island, I guess, to stay, that was one of the first things I did, was I signed up for Music NL. And, I should actually, I guess, tie this story in, but so I had finally realized, I want to stay in Newfoundland, I want to give this music a go, so I signed up for Music NL. And the first newsletter that I received from them, there was this songwriting competition opportunity. And it was down on the southern shore, down in Trepassey. There's an organization called ECHO, and that's the Earhart Cultural Heritage Organization down in Trepassey, and they preserve the history and the heritage of Amelia Earhart. So Amelia Earhart actually spent some time in Trepassey back in 1928.
Wow.
Yeah, and so anyway, they put out this call to musicians to write a song about her time in Trepassey. And do you know, actually, Amelia was in Trepassey? Do you know that?
I did not know that, no.
No. See, I didn't know that as well either.
No,
so I got this
I don't
news.
know if that's common knowledge or not.
Right? So most people know about Amelia's flight, the solo flight from Harbour Grace. But a few years prior to that, she was the first female passenger to fly in an aircraft across the Atlantic with 2 other male pilots. So I guess after that trip, she figured, well, boy, I can do this by myself. I'm going to do this by myself in a few more years. And so she was the first passenger. And so the ECHO organization, they put out a call, and I was like, this was my first shot at kind of staying on the island and doing this thing. So I wrote the song, and they invited us all down on the southern shore to perform all of our songs. And I was the takeaway winner of that competition. So thank you. And So I'm very one for intuition and signs and stuff like that. So like my first go at music, you know, and like I had been in competitions when I was younger and stuff like that, and I never won anything, so I never really got my hopes up very much for it. So I took it away, like I took the prize, and I was like, I took that as a sign that, you know, maybe this is my time now. And so on my debut album, there's a little a graphic of Amelia on her plane on the cover, and so I'd like to put that there because I like to say that Amelia kind of helped me pioneer into my career, just like she pioneered into her own career. So
wow,
yeah.
And is that a song that you could play for us? Is that what you were planning on playing tonight?
Yes. Well, I wasn't planning on it, but I told the story, so I guess I'll play it for you now.
I mean, everybody's playing two songs. If you had two that you were really focused on, that's cool. But that's a great song.
Yeah,
now that you've told the story, you know.
I know, right? So,
yeah.
And actually, I just came from Trepassey this past weekend because this past weekend was their 95th. Anniversary. So I've been going down there since 2018. Well, besides of the 2-year break that we had, but yeah, I've been going down there now ever since for the annual celebration every year of Amelia. And yeah, so it's the gig that I look forward to every year. It's a wonderful place down there, and if you haven't been around the Irish Loop, I would suggest it because it's quite beautiful. And the whales are coming in around this time of year down in St. Vincent. So yeah, if you get a chance to go around the loop someday, I would recommend it. But yes, as I said, I wrote this song, and it is the first track on the album that I released there back in May. And yeah, it just kind of sets the tone for the album, and like I said, it was my first tune that kind of like I said propelled me, just like Amelia took off. So this is called Trepassey in June, and when I sat down to write it, I just kind of closed my eyes and I just imagined myself in Trepassey in 1928, and just imagined the excitement that was all around during that time. So this is Trepassey in June. 'Twas an afternoon in June 1928. A plane circled round and round. The people couldn't wait. The children all sprinted, grabbing their coats, and the maritime cowboys were tying their ropes. It was like nothing they ever knew. Trepassey in June, Trepassey in June. They couldn't believe their eyes. This woman from the skies. They asked, "Are you really gonna cross the Atlantic?" She said, "I'm a damn well try." When it came time to fly away, people watched by the shore, and some of them prayed, hoping she'd make it through. Trepassey in June, Trepassey in June, Trepassey in June, Trepassey in June. When she made it to the other side, she exclaimed, "What a ride!" And of all of the places Trepassy in June. Trepassy in June. Trepassy in June.
That's a nice song.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I like that one a lot.
Thank you.
There's a couple songs that have sort of poked out recently. There's your new single or the new song about coming home to Newfoundland, right?
That was the first single.
That was the first single
that I released. Yeah, first single and first music video.
And first, maybe that's why I sort of it came up on the YouTube or something, right? That's supposed to be it.
That's right.
And you played it at Soundcheck earlier today too, so I quite like that song.
Thank you.
So what do you think, like for young kids or young people, I say kids because that's usually when they start, but for people wanting to get into the music business and stuff, recommending Music NL as sort of something that you should be at least come and have a conversation about?
Definitely. I mean, like that's how I got my start, you know. And when I first signed up for Music NL, I also started hosting some open mics. So they have open mic at the Ship Inn every Monday, and so I started doing that, and that's when I found many other like-minded people.
Community. Yeah.
Exactly, I found that community, and I found my best bud who's here tonight, Jordan Young. We actually met at a open mic.
Hey.
Yeah, and we've been musical duo buds ever since. So there you go.
That's
so
fantastic.
I would 100% recommend the Music NL experience.
Well, that's amazing, and that is that's kind of what we're celebrating tonight is the work that Music NL does. You feel like playing one more song before we switch out your chair with with a vacancy first, but then another musical guest?
Sure. I would love to.
Thank you for coming on the show tonight, and thanks for. I mean, this is such a weird thing. I started this in my bedroom on the couch with a phone and my daughter, and now we're. I don't know how many, couple hundred episodes in, and to be able to come down and find a place. I was going to do this from my hotel room. I thought I'll just do the acoustic thing from the hotel, and that'll be fine because I need to do something every Wednesday because that's sort of the reason I do this is that it's something that people can rely on. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll speak to my Aunt Judy about going out to Patsy's place or something and do it from one of their houses and have the family over. And I thought, that's a big friggin' intrusion there. Have the whole family over to Jude, out to Patsy's there again, down in the over in Kitty Vitty. So I called Music NL and I said to Rhonda, do you have any ideas? And she said, we just got this new place, so this is where their new office space is, and they have the church and down here. And I said, one of the things, like a lot of bands reach out to me about the studio setup that I have, and they say, can we come do a broadcast and stuff? And it is something I will do, but if you're a musician, even if you're not part of Music NL, but if you're doing a release in town, you can come here and do your release here, and you can actually record it or do it as a live stream as well. You reach so many more people, and we spend so much money as musicians on making video for content. You do a 10-song, sort of interesting set here from a little stage like this. The techs are amazing. They know their stuff inside out. They'll make you sound and look good. And then you walk away, and then you've got like 6 months worth of content there to push, which is, how you get out to the rest of the world, or one of the ways. So I think that they've done a great job here, and I'm really, really happy that they let us come here tonight and bring our thing here.
Yeah, I mean, they're just awesome. And so my debut album that I released in May, I released it here, and we had it up at the Sanctuary. Yeah, so as you said, we played the show, and we had it live tracked off the floor, actually. Yep. So we've got so much content coming up, and hopefully there will be a live version of, we're going to do a live version album.
Excellent.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So like you said, I mean, content. And,
exactly, yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, they were a joy to work with, and I mean, even just regards of like promotion and I mean, Rhonda said today our members are almost up to 900. Like any moment now, we're ready to click on 900, right? 900 members for Music NL. It's excellent.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It's excellent. So yeah, so I'll sing one more before I go, and And yeah, so I'll sing that one, I guess. Well, you came home to Newfoundland today.
I did, yes.
Yes, so this one's for you. you enjoyed it earlier, and you'll enjoy it again. So, and please, if you know it, please sing along. This is home to Newfoundland, and as I said, me and my partner, we used to work on the mainland back and forth, so I know what it's like to be away from home, and yeah. So this is my love letter to Newfoundland. This is home to Newfoundland.
Want to wake up to the smell of homemade bread and put the kettle on the stove. Breathe in the smell of salty air and take a walk along the shore. Well, I want to go home to Newfoundland. I want to go home to Newfoundland. Oh, I want to go to Newfoundland. Want to feel that northeast wind blow through my tired bones. Watch the fog rolling in. It'd be so good on the soul. Well, I want to go home to Newfoundland. Oh, I want to go home to Newfoundland. Oh, I want to go to Newfoundland. Bring me closer to the water. Bury my feet in the sand. Oh, feel the warmth from the fire. Well, on the beaches of Newfoundland, well, I want to go home to Newfoundland. Yeah, I want to go home to Newfoundland. Come on, sing it now. 'Cause I want to go home to Newfoundland. Yes, now keep it going. I want to go home to Newfoundland. I want to go. There's no place like home, no. I want to go to Newfoundland. Oh, I want to go to Newfoundland.
Evelyn, thank you so much for coming on the show.
And thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, great. Nice to meet you and lovely to hear your music. And I hope the viewers here seem to enjoy it. And I'll find out about the people online after. Thank you again. So with three guests and a possible surprise guest who's doing his best to navigate the other person who was supposed to be here is on the way here, I should say. The other person is on the way here. He called me. He's like, And now his wife has some family in Newfoundland, and he said, I don't know what happened. He said, we got off at the airport, and all of a sudden I'm at somebody's house, and they're cooking us all this food, and I don't know what to do. I said, you're in Newfoundland, man. He said, no. He said, you don't understand. I want to be at the hotel. I don't know what's happening. I said, he said, and apparently they're taking her somewhere to get her screeched in at 9 o'clock. I said, okay. I said, well, you're supposed to be singing with me at 9 o'clock. He said, I know. He said, you just need to help me make this happen. So I've done my best, and Dan, if you can just, if he gets lost or anything, keep an eye out for a text from him, please, Dan, wherever you are, you're here somewhere, I'm sure. Oh my! It looks like the group is doing just fine here. So I was trying to figure out what, because we have so many guests. I usually have one guest a show, not three. So it's a lot to do, but it's important to do it. So. Had a few songs to choose from. Since I worked with Ron Hines, and then since Ron was in my life, and after working with him, I've sort of played a Ron Hines song every show. So limited songs back home. I figure that's probably a good thing to do. We started with Home, which is a song that I wrote about home and loving it where I came from. And we're going to do a little song of Ron's that kind of has a similar flavor, just kind of. Oh, the harbor lights are gleaming, and the day is still and dark, and the seagulls all are dreaming, seagull dreams on Amherst Rock, and the mist is slowly moving as the storefront lights go dim. And the moon is slowly drifting as the last ship's coming in. All the sailors got a story, some are true and some are false, but they're always erect, and they're up on the decks, and they're dancing the St. John's Waltz. We've had our share of history. We've seen nations come and go. We've seen battles rage over land and stage for 100 years or more. For beauty or for freedom, for country or for king, or for money or fame, but there are no names on the graves where men lie sleeping. And the 9 to 5s survive the day with a sigh and a dose of salts. And the park in the cars, and the pack in the bars, and the dance in the St. John's Waltz. My heart is on the highway, and I'm so long going to see all the planes fill up the skyway, and the trains run swift and free. Leave the wayward free to wander, leave the restless free to roam, whether it's rocks in the bay or an old
old cliche, you'll find your way back home. But don't question or inquire what's been gained and what's been lost. In a world of romance, don't miss out on the chance to be dancing St. John's waltz. In a world of romance, don't miss out on the chance to be dancing the St. John's waltz. Oh, thank you. I'm going to invite up a friend here now. Once again, the Watchman tomorrow night. For anybody who's watching at home and has just tuned in, the reason that I'm down here, well, the extension of the reason is for this, and also to have a day off on Friday. And my first day off in St. John's in a long time. I'm always so busy when I'm here. So, anyways, that's going to be just great. I'm looking forward to that. Fun. It will be a good time. But yeah, the Watchmen are at Iceberg Alley tomorrow night with 5440. Some great friends of ours they've been an amazing band to share the stage with year after year. And the Verve Pipe, who we have yet to share a stage with, so that'll be nice to see them. And to get to check this Iceberg Alley out thing. Anybody been down there yet? Yeah? Good reports? Yeah, excellent. Hey Johnny, how you doing? Good reports? Yeah, I've heard brilliant stuff about it, so that's really nice. Sean Panting, I've known him since my school days. Sean, you ready to do some talking and some songing and whatever it is you do?
For sure, I'm always ready to do some talking. Everybody knows that.
I know, it's fine. I know. Looks like Evelyn left a cable here.
Oh my!
And it's wrapped around Sean's chair, so I'm not moving it now. No, I'm not moving it. Oh, you got one of those backwards.
Can I use your cable?
Oh my God, that's why I left it there for you.
Here, look. Oh, look at that. That's my cable. I'm just going to drop that on the floor. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter.
I love how back here, I don't know if it still happens, but does everybody just leave their gear in all the venues and you just kind of go and use whoever, oh, that's such and such's drum kit in the corner, use that. No, that bass amp is such and such. And
well, that's what I do.
On? That's what you do, sure.
But I'm from an old school sensibility, you know.
I always love that about Newfoundland. You can put a band together and find gear in a bar at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just wonderful.
Well, you know, who wants a bass amp in their house? Not even the bass player wants the bass amp in their house.
Especially with the stairs here, right? Third floor?
Man.
No, that ain't going to happen. How are you, my love?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good. It's funny, actually. I now have a round connection myself because right now I'm working with Mary Walsh and Jody Richardson and a whole bunch of other people on a remount of High Steel, which is a show written by Mary Walsh and Rick Boland, and all the songs are by Ron Hines, and none of them got put on albums, right?
What?
So yeah, so there's like
you have a cache of Ron tunes.
Yeah, this is cache of Ron tunes. Now you know they're about a very specific subject, which is Newfoundlanders going to New York and building skyscrapers.
Right.
But it's quality songs, man. It is quality songs.
Is that well, the for the USA that he recorded on Stealing Genius? Was that be part of that? That's all about the Newfoundlanders going down.
Yeah. No. You know what? I don't think that song actually is in that musical.
Really?
Yeah. No.
And that's the one that he recorded about it.
That's the one he recorded.
It was one. You know something?
Just Ron being contrary.
It's just Ron going. You know something? This one is too good. I'm going to hold on to this one.
Yeah. I actually have my only previous Ron experience. I walked into the Ship one night when he was playing, and I guess he felt like taking a break, so he did something that he would occasionally do, which is like, oh, you know, we have in our midst, you know, we got a fine young singer-songwriter. I was a young singer-songwriter at that time. It was a fine young singer-songwriter, Sean Panting, and he gives me this big wind-up, and then he stands up and he holds out his guitar, and I went, I'm left-handed. And then he looks at me, and then he sits back down. He's like, and he sees me at the bar after. He's like, I'll never give you that chance again. And he never did. And that was my previous Ron story. Now I have a better one about being in his musical.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And how's it working with Jody Mary?
Oh, it's incredible. Myself and Jode lived together No, we didn't. We've fact-checked that. No. We lived next door to each other on Dick's Square. So at the time, before he started the Pathological Lovers, he started a band called The Haters. And he came over to my house like Kramer style, Kramer from Seinfeld style. He busts through the door and he's talking about vintage Christmas lights that he's got off eBay and a bunch of other things. And then he's like, you write rock and roll tunes. I'm like, I do. And he's like, I should write some of those. And he goes back over, and I can hear him through the wall writing like a dozen of the best rock and roll tunes you've ever heard in your life. And I'm like, oh, Johnny.
I know.
I hate you. You're
He's
so
got that
good.
thing,
You're so
eh?
good at your job. But he's amazing to work with. We're having a really great time, and Mary's a lot of fun. And
That must be, well, you've worked with Mary, I mean, you've known her forever? Like,
I've known her. I've never worked with Mary
Really?
Walsh, but all of that Codco crowd and stuff. My brothers Dave and Jeff, who had Dave was in Figgy Duff, and they had Rollins Cross, and they're very, 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 very much older than me. They all of those folks would come to Mom and Dad's on Lark Hall Street and put the place up all the time. So Mary Walsh has stopped calling me Little Sean Panting. That's nice.
That's a good.
That's an ego booster.
That's
good.
nice. So she's treating you completely like an equal.
Sure.
I've stumped Sean Panting. Sean Panting has a loss for words.
No, well,
First.
Mary has no equal, obviously. She's Mary Walsh, for God's sake.
I know. It must be intimidating though, working with the likes of that, and even a Jody, even though he's closer to our age.
Yeah.
I mean, he always intimidated the hell out of me. Like,
Well, the only thing with Jody is whatever band he was in, I could be guaranteed that whatever band I was in was going to get totally decimated crowd-wise by whatever band he was in, which was always a huge drag.
Yeah.
So I was honestly, when he left for a while, I was like, whew, all right, here's my time to shine. And, and then Bung came along. It's like, God, why you can't catch a break here?
I know.
There you go. No, it's great. It's great. I'm totally over it. You can tell.
I can. Do you write songs for therapy?
So I think that's probably all I write songs for in a way. Yeah, it was funny. Like I always sort of write about what's going on with me all the time. And when I recorded the Simple Machines, available at the merch table, when I recorded that in a closet in my house, playing all the instruments, I went back and looked at it, and I'm like, okay, the first song is about crying in a parking lot. The second song is about heart palpitations. The second song is about a 2007 Sienna minivan, and the third song is about heart palpitations. And I'm like, I see. This is not really a sex, drugs, and rock and roll type of album, I guess. You know?
I hear you. We don't always end off where we sort of set out to go, right? Miss the target by a little bit. Mm-hmm. Well, why don't you play us a song there, Sean? We'd love to hear something.
Okay.
What do you feel like playing tonight?
What do I feel like playing tonight?
Sean was one of my first guests on the show. Hey, Gavin, nice to see you, brother. You comfortable and settled in? Dan's here somewhere. Is Dan here? Oh yeah, no. That's why I called you Gavin. I'm glad you made it. I told everybody the story of you getting sucked into a Newfoundland family thing, and they were quite laughing at the experience, because everybody knows it. You get off the plane and suddenly you're being fed. It's like, what just happened? So welcome, Danny, and meet Sean Panting. He's going to play a song just for you.
For you.
What song are you going to play for my friend Danny?
Because I just love playing it so much, I'm going to play a song about Canada's premier rotisserie chicken restaurant. And you know what? Like, I was playing one night, and I did that intro because I just think, that's what it is. That's what the song is. You want to know what the song is? That's what it is. It's, the Canada's premier rotisserie chicken restaurant. And somebody goes, Saint Hubert, and I was like, I was surprised at how viscerally angry I became. St. Hubert? Good God. Also, St. Hubert is creepy because their mascot is a chicken that eats other chickens. Discuss. The song is way shorter than the intro. So this is Swiss Chalet. Crying in the parking lot at Swiss Chalet. You had a hell of a night. You took a personal day and bought some Christmas decorations from the PRC. You tried to do it for love. They wouldn't have it for free now. All the worker bees sense the emergency coming at you like the end of days. Any second it's on, it's a reckoning. You don't get to say what you came to say. We can only watch as you run away. Working the percentages and times are tough. They lack a simple machine. There's nothing simple enough. You get up, you or the wreckage from your corner desk. They found a way to your heart through a hole in your chest. Now all the worker bees sense the emergency coming at you like the end of days. Any second it's on, it's a reckoning. You don't get to say what you came to say. We can only watch as you run away. What you came to say. And we can only watch as you run away. Crying in the parking lot at Swiss Chalet. 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 Hey, you don't get to say what you came to say. We can only watch as you run away. Ooh, what you came to say. We can only watch as you run away. Thank you.
I've always liked your songwriting. What was the name of the band that we played with in high school?
Cult of Reason. My favorite part of Cult of Reason was that what we thought was happening was we thought we were playing in a new wave sort of a thing where, like, people can dance to this. But who we got to play the drums was Rod Wills, right? From Schizoid. So people who are unfamiliar with Rod Wills or the or Schizoid's oeuvre, that is the metalist of metal. And Rod would play double kick drums on truly everything.
Yeah.
At like 280 beats per minute, you know?
No matter what you're doing.
So I think I'm playing In Between Days by The Cure, and Rod thinks he's playing Angel of Death by Slayer. I was always confused. It's like, man, people aren't dancing. I don't know what's happening. And Rod showed up one night at Bounders with one stick. Remember that? Shows up, he comes out of the cab, he's got one stick, and I'm like, do you need me to go to your house and get a stick bag? He goes, it's only pop music, bud. So that was us, and
God bless him.
God bless him, and Bob Earl, who's like
Bob Earl, yeah,
a super musical genius, perfect pitch guy.
Yeah, Bob was pretty freaky to work with.
Yes,
yeah. Great guy.
Because he was the guy that knew everything about how music worked. That was nice. I looked at him a lot like this, and he'd go.
So you've got you got a new record coming out. I know you said you're busy working on this musical, but are you got any personal stuff that you've got in the can? Or?
I've spent a bunch of time in my music closet. I stopped calling it a studio. Well, it started out actually as a sheet, and then sort of gradually I built a wall, and then I built another wall, and then I built another wall, and I came up with basically a soundproof closet where you know, I could hide from my family and do these things. And
That's what we all want.
That's it. And so I've spent a bunch of time in my in my music closet, playing all the stuff again and making like a little 5-song EP. But I'm not gonna play any of those songs because I don't know how. and I'm writing a bunch, and I'm writing 5 more songs to go with our good pal Don Ellis and play a great big loud rock.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. I love your songs, but I also love it when I can't hear what you're saying because the guitar is so loud and noisy.
The
and
guitar
just,
is loud.
Yeah.
My longtime bandmate Chris Batstone referred to it as the vacuum cleaner. And it's funny, right? I'd go through this period where I'd like buy a different amp, and I'd get a different amp, and I'd have different pedals, and I'd have all this different stuff, and it's like, and I'd turn it on, and Chris would go, "It's just the vacuum cleaner again. You needn't have gone to the trouble, you know."
So what do you want? What are you gonna play for us as a second song? There,
That is a fabulous question. Oh, that's gross.
What happens? These old guitars in churches. Again, I'm reminded I'm in a church. Again, sorry, audience. Wow, and this is so. I get so distracted, you know. I started doing this thing as just playing tunes, and then I brought the band around, and we did that, and then I started phoning people on the show. You know, we did this for a long time during COVID, and there was some nights where it was like, I'm going to call Brian Finley and put him on speakerphone, which led into having guests and stuff. And now this is a whole new thing again. I mean, I've done these out a couple times, and they're great, but to be doing it back here is weird, so I forgot about you all for a minute. And I'm glad you stuck around. Sean, what are you going to play for us now?
What am I going to play for you? Now that I've mentioned Jody Richardson and living on Dick's Square, I'm going to play a song called Rock and Roll Neighbor. Rock and Roll Neighbor is about a bunch of things. Songs tend to happen like that, you know. You're writing a song about one thing and other stuff creeps in. I had basically 2 rock and roll neighbors. So my rock and roll neighbor that I liked was Jody Richardson, who was a great neighbor and rock and roll, etc. And then behind us was one of those neighbors where, like, if he's listening to, I don't want to say Nickelback because it's cheap, but I mean that's what he listened to, and he would, the people that put the speakers in the window and turn them out to face you,
yeah, I know,
so that you can appreciate, what they're listening to. So we had one of those guys, and we used to refer to him as Rock and Roll Man. Anyway, but this ends up being a song that's about all of that stuff and none of that stuff, and our life living on Dick's Square. Just before our second child was born, we had to move out of Dick's Square because it was too small. Oh,
that always sucks, eh?
It truly, truly does.
Where are you now? Up at the airport?
No. No. I'm just off Leslie Street. Still, within spitting distance of downtown.
You're on the cusp, yeah.
I'm on the cusp, and nobody pees on the front of my house on Fridays.
That's not bad, yeah. It's a win-win.
You win some,
That's a
it
shame.
all evens out. That's right. I haven't found anybody passed out in my flower bed in 10 years. So
Fuck, that's all right.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, there's nobody. You could take their wallet or whatever, but otherwise, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is called
Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday.
Yes, right. Once again, the whole run up to the song is way longer than the song, so don't worry about it. Play me a song, my rock and roll neighbor. Do us a favor and sing me to sleep. Aren't we both getting on for this kind of behavior? Would I still be alive if I'd stuck to my plan? All the places I knew like the back of my hand, haunting like specters, hiding like spies. We do or die. didn't come home. Ooh, my rock and roll neighbor. For a moment I wavered, unsure what to do. Are we down here alone? Till sooner or later. Oh, just now I recall I was watching you go up Livingstone Street, bound for Pennywell Road. Oh, the Mercy Parade out to kiss you goodbye. You do or die. And it's 4 walls in the kitchen, walls of the nursery, 3, the number you count on, however long that may be. It's 2, the bickering lovers, police car and fire bell. In 1 particular summer, the neighborhood went to hell. It's 4 walls in the kitchen, walls of the nursery, 3, the number you count on, however long that may be. It's 2, the bickering lovers, police car and fire bell. In 1 particular summer, the neighborhood went to hell. Oh, my neighborhood went to hell. Ooh, my rock and roll neighbor. Thanks.
Sean Panting, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I love you so much.
It's amazing to see you again.
It's great to see you too, absolutely.
All right.
And I got Friday off, so we'll have to have a drink or a coffee or something and have
so
an
I
actual
think we
catch
should.
up. If we might even not do that tonight. We don't know yet. It's still early, right? So we have another guest coming up. And this one puts me really out of the water. The last couple of years I've been doing this show, I've been interviewing friends of mine, which has been wonderful. And a couple times I've had some PR people call me and say, hey, Ken, you want to, this person's, I had an LA publicist got me and started sort of calling about these sort of entry-level movie stars who also have music careers wanting to do interviews. And they sent me some clips and stuff, and it wasn't something that I could really get my head around. This sort of whole Whiskey Wednesday show interview thing started as a thing called What Are You At? When I would, like I said, call my friends and say, hey, what are you at? It's slowly turning into me talking to people that I don't know, which is, I'm full of shit for the most part, and I talk an awful lot, so I can make stuff up and I can hold my own. And it's, even been people that play instruments that I know what they look like and I know what they sound like. But we have a guest tonight who is playing an instrument that I know very little about, and I'm so excited to find out what it's about. Hey, Dan Thomas, thanks for making your first appearance on the Whiskey Wednesday show. Yes, thank you very much. Dan is a good friend, and he helps out with the Watchmen as with everything that we do as we're traveling. Him and our sound man Neil do so much. So Dan's in town to help us out tomorrow night, and he came by, so he's here to see this. Now, okay, let's get this mic in close for you because we're going to have a chat.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Is that good there? Can you hold this for 1 second, Neil, please? Thank you, Neil. I'm not turning my back to you. I'm just adjusting.
No problem.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't get away from you there.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
That's so sweet. Well, thank you. Okay. Jing
Yeah?
Xia.
Yeah, you got it.
I got it?
Xia,
Okay.
yeah.
Xia. Jing Xia. When I first got your name as a possible guest, it was actually Xia Jing.
Oh.
And I went, okay, and I did some research, and I went, that's I'm not finding this thing, and I got it sorted out,
But you know what? Actually, I'm also Xiajing.
Oh, okay. Now you're really
Because-
confusing me.
Because, in Chinese way, we put the family name first. So my family would call me Xiajing rather than Jinxia.
Oh.
So, after coming to Canada, I kind of changed that way. So it's not confusing to people, like, what's your first name and last name, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Well, that's one way to sort of solve the issue, I guess. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
So I'm both.
It's now you're not from Newfoundland, right? You came here to study.
Yeah, I came here in late 2015 to study PhD in ethnomusicology. I just finished it last year. Yeah. Yeah, it's a long journey, but yeah, I'm so glad I'm done with that part.
That's wonderful. And you're going to stay in Newfoundland? Is this something? Do you like it here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I'm here now.
And I've seen you playing I've seen you playing with Richie, and I saw you on the stage with the who were you on the stage with at the Rock House for their Christmas show?
Brian?
It was yes. I keep seeing all these videos of you playing with all these Newfoundland artists that I know.
Yeah, so that's my new band, Xia 3.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's excellent. I'll make sure to get the information and put it up because it's fantastic and interesting stuff.
Thank you.
Now, coming from Newfoundland and coming home and having everybody talk about, Jing, she's part of the scene and she plays this
Guzhen.
guqin.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a 21-string instrument
Yeah.
that you play, and I've seen it like in film and on TV. This is my first time seeing one in person, and when I saw you playing it earlier today, I was astounded.
You can touch it.
I can't?
Just kidding. It's real.
It is real. It definitely is. So, Jim, what do you want to play for us first?
Okay, so the first piece I'm gonna play is called Big Fish. Big Fish,
Big Fish.
very suitable for a Newfoundland music scene, right? It's actually a love song, like a love story, talk about a love story. So it describes this courage of pursuing true love. I love these very healing kind of melodies, and I always play it when I'm alone. Or I actually arranged this song to be played with my new band, Xia 3. We just performed at the Rock House the other day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Was it a good show?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. We have some.
Are you playing on Friday by chance?
Friday?
Are you playing this Friday anywhere?
No. You invited me?
No, it's just my last night. It's my last night in town. If you were playing, I'd come see your band.
Not a chance. I'm actually going to Stephenville tomorrow for their Arts NL award show. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, Friday not possible, but maybe next time. Okay, so should I start playing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'd love that.
Okay, Big Fish. Thank you.
Wow.
Thanks. You know, it's so weird to have someone sitting beside me watching me playing.
I was thinking,
it's so different.
I was thinking that. I was just like, this is going to turn into something weird on the internet, and it's like I'm going to be canceled because of this. I'm sorry. I'm just so I'm so in awe. The music, the machine that you're using. Now, is this something you get in a music store, or do you have these built?
Oh, I wish I could build this
Okay.
myself, but I can't. So I bought this in music store.
Okay.
But not here.
No, not here.
Like,
No.
Yeah, actually.
They don't carry them at O'Brien's.
No, maybe yeah. If I get enough students, maybe I can consider open a music store for it.
There you go. There you go. You'd have the market cornered.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you.
There's the potential.
I love the sound of this thing. What age did you start playing this?
So I started to play it when I was 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look so youthful. It's just the lighting, and it's.
Well, you know, all the Asian faces, you know, they look young.
I wasn't gonna say that, but.
Yeah. Yeah, I still got ask for ID when I go to bar.
I bet
and
you
all
do.
that,
Yeah,
but
no, yeah, I understand
yeah.
that. That happened to me for a long time too.
Oh,
I did.
right?
I was like in my late 20s when I'd go to buy cigarettes. They say, "Can I see my ID?" I'm like, "Really?" They don't do that anymore. I don't smoke anymore, so that's maybe why they don't do it anymore. But,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, what's that? Actually, one friend told me that if you have a beard, no matter how old are you don't get asked for IDs. So, yeah, you got a lot.
Yeah, I guess.
so.
Yeah, it would take. Yeah, I don't get asked for ID much.
That's why I grew mine too.
Exactly. Yeah. Neil grew his to disguise his age.
You must be the guy that in high school to buy all this alcohol for your bus.
I wish I had a friend like Neil when I was in high school, because then he would have bought my booze. Because I would have been in high school, he would have been, what, 45?
No, don't exaggerate.
No, I know, 32.
Yeah, 32.
So
I
tell
wouldn't have bought your booze. I was a Baptist, remember?
That's right,
Yeah,
you were a
come on.
Baptist, I forgot. Yeah, I know. God-fearing at all. How has it been working with Music NL? Is this something that how did you find them, and how's the experience been?
Of course, it's been fantastic. I mean, Music now is the major support for me in Newfoundland. You know, I don't think they still have this policy, but when I first arrived in 2015, I actually looked online for all these arts NL, Music NL, and all that organizations, and looking for some support. But at that time, many programs at Arts NL, they ask for permanent residency, which I didn't have because I was just an international student. I have my PR now, so I'm now a permanent resident of Canada. Yeah, but at that time I was not eligible for many programs. So Music NL actually opened the door for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they just ask you to be a resident in Newfoundland for at least 6 months. I think that's the policy. Mm-hmm. So you are eligible for all these programs, fundings, and all that. So yeah, but you know, I was doing my PhD, so I was crazily busy with this academic stuff. So I joined Music and now becoming a member since 2016, I think. And Dave Shears used to work here. He was the manager. I still remember the first time he met me. Oh, you are Jin Xia. I know you because I always saw your name on the member list, but you never show up. I don't know who. I'm always so curious who is this person, but at that time, honestly, Music and Now was the only organization I could become a member, join all the activities. So I became a member for a long time, and after I finished my PhD, I've been very active in this music scene. Music and Now has offered a lot of opportunities for immigrant musicians like me, so very grateful.
That's
they are
fantastic.
doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not just Newfoundland. These arts organizations are across the country. Every sort of province has them. They are, for artists trying to get into the business, a great conduit. So look it up in your local. I just happen to be fond of Music NL because this is my local as well. So,
yeah.
So you would like to play us another song?
Sure.
Do you call them songs or pieces or compositions? What do you prefer?
Whatever.
Yeah. Song, kind of like, you want to hear the lyrics, the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
But you go with whatever, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Composition.
Okay.
Like a piece.
A piece, okay.
A piece of music.
So what would this piece of music that you're going to play us be?
So this one is called Dance of a Yi Tribe. It celebrates diversity. So that's why I chose this song, because that's what we have here, diversity, a diverse, lovely, prosperous music community. So yeah, I feel like I want to play this song tonight.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. Excellent, okay.
Okay, great. Dance of Yi Tribe.
I'll slide away a little bit too, as to not be as creepy. There we go. Is this okay? Is this worse now with the crossed legs?
There we go. There you go. 2 pair of eyes.
Excellent. Well,
Thank you so much.
thank you for coming and being on the show. Thank you, Evelyn and Sean, as well. This has been a fantastic night of music. It was a pleasure to meet you.
To meet you too.
All the best with everything you're doing back here with the music. It seems like you're in with a good group of folks, so
Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad that you feel comfortable. Jing Zia, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Chia, not Zia. Chia. Jing Chia.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So we have one more sort of surprise for you, or something that wasn't planned, but it managed to work out because everybody ended off here in town. My other mates, my closest living friends on earth, people that I've spent more time with than I'd ever want to spend with any other human beings. The guys in the Watchmen is who I'm talking about. At this point, I want to thank Neil for everything, and Neil is 1/4 of the Goats as well, the Music for Goats, and he plays with me every Wednesday, and he does travel with me as well and keeps me in line, which is always great. So Neil, thanks for coming out and being a part of this tonight. That was just fantastic. How are you enjoying Newfoundland?
You sound boring as shit.
I just make you sound boring as shit. Well, we'll as long as I don't need to pull you out of the Cotton Club again at 3 o'clock in the morning, like last time. Did you leave your water here by chance, Neil?
I think it's behind you.
Yeah, okay. I would love it, yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Watch it. It's a funny bottle. It's a Leaning Tower piece of.
Yeah, I noticed that with mine too. It was kind of falling on the floor, but that's okay. My wife is sort of the show's producer, and she also does a magazine every month talking about everything that we talk about on the show. If I mention somebody, she ends off writing 5 pages of info about them. She's a very curious person, so this magazine has been a really cool thing for her. And she's watching tonight, but she makes me have notes these days to make sure that I'm remembering everything. So Allison, if you're watching, which I know you are, I'm checking. We missed. We won't bother with the donate video back there, Brad. Thank you very much. I know I skipped that one by mistake. And I'm just looking at how the night is going here. We've got Mr. Daniel Graves is going to come up and join us. Danny, you probably want to stand up, right? I figured you would.
Thanks, folks.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm good. I would have preferred going right to the hotel from the airport, but that's just between me and everyone here. So.
Yeah. I know.
So,
yeah, it's a weird thing getting hijacked from the airport.
Yeah, it was a challenge, but it was nice. I just can't eat anything before I sing, so I'm just sitting around watching everyone eat beer can chicken. You guys know beer can chicken? I've heard of it, but it looked and smelled great. Don't screw this up. No, I haven't heard of it.
Don't screw this up. I just learned it an hour ago.
Well, oh, you're not singing though, are you? Are you?
God,
singing?
no. I'm just getting comfortable.
All right, so here's one that we wish we wrote.
Here's one that we wish we wrote, and are we missing the guitar there, or is it? It's plugged in.
I told him to turn it down.
You told him to turn it down.
As long as you can hear it.
What tempo do you want it at? A little faster.
I was a highwayman on the coast roads I did ride, sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her bauble to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I am still alive. I was a sailor, I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft and furled the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed. But I am living still. I was a dam builder, crossed the river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. When too many verses. Oh, okay, it's coming up. No, it was his fault. Oh, he printed them out.
I knew this was going to happen.
Could you make him any smaller? Verse 3? Yeah, let's do verse 3. Verse 3. I was a dam builder across the river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that great tomb that knows no sound. Still I am around. And I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again and again. I fly a starship across the river deep and wide. And when I reach the other side, I find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become highwayman again. Or I may simply be a single drop of rain, still I will remain. And I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Nice one. Put her there. Thank you, folks. Sorry about verse 3.
It is. It really is, yeah. I'm not going to tell any jokes. I'm just going to close her out here. I think my jokes are done for tonight. Thank you very much, Danny Graves. Tomorrow night at Iceberg Alley, you'll be able to hear Danny belt out his magical voice in that nice loud tent down there. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to thank Neil for traveling. I want to thank the guys for the Watchmen for all the years of partnership that I gained with them after losing my Newfoundland friends and family when I went away. Those guys became what you are, those of you who are here and you know what I'm talking about. And they've taken care of me for the last 30 years, which has been wonderful. And thanks to Neil for traveling. Thanks to the guys for doing an amazing job on tech. So damn good. I want to thank everybody at Music NL. It's been a really nice thing to be able to come down and put this together, and I know it was a lot of work for them to put off too. So I'm glad that we could all be a part of this and make this into a great night. Thank you all for coming out. I'm going to have hang around and have. There's no drinks here, so I'm going to hang around and have a coffee with anybody who wants to chat and hang out. I got some family here. My goodness, I'm starting to see people now. And is that Sammy in the back? Good Lord, Sammy's here. Oh. You could have come up and played the drums. Is that Neil Cameron next to him? Oh, geez, the whole gang is there. Okay, well, anyways, thanks for coming out. Another great Whiskey Wednesday. And as the new tagline for a lot of you here, you won't even know what it means, but have a great time. We'll see you next week. And remember, be like Steve. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and a Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.
On a Jim Beam.